There's something magical about a good prank. I'm not talking about the mean-spirited stuff. No way. I'm talking about the kind of prank that makes everyone, including the person getting pranked, laugh so hard they can't breathe. It's that moment of pure confusion, the slow dawn of realization, and bam, the explosion of laughter. It's like a surprise party for someone's sense of humor. I remember one time on set, we filled Questlove's dressing room with balloons, wall to wall, floor to ceiling. When he opened the door, a tidal wave of color hit him. He stood there for 10 seconds, silent, holding a single red balloon. Then he started laughing. That's the goal. It's not about a gotcha moment. It's about a shared memory you'll giggle about for years. The key is harmlessness, confusion, not anger, not tears. The target should feel delightfully silly, not humiliated. Think of it like being a comedy ninja. Sneak in, deliver a payload of pure fun, vanish into the shadows, leave only laughter. Alright, first up is a modern classic, a true masterpiece of digital mischief. I call it the autocorrect ghost. This one is beautiful because it's subtle, it builds over time, and the payoff is just, chef's kiss. Here's what you do. When your friend leaves their phone unattended for just a minute, you sneak in and make a tiny, hilarious change in their keyboard settings. It's so simple, yet so effective. This is comedic genius. Settings, general keyboard, text replacement, shortcuts. Now this is where the magic happens. Make a common word autocorrect to something absurd. For example, every the, meow, or change no. Yas is queen. The possibilities are endless. My buddy Nate learned this the hard way. I changed his autocorrect for home to the Batcave. For 2 days, he was sending the most epic texts without realizing it. Hey honey, leaving work now? Be at the Batcave in 20. I'm working from the Batcave today. He thought his phone had been hacked by a comic book nerd. Figuring it out after trying to troubleshoot with tech support was priceless. He looked at me, shook his head, and couldn't stop laughing. He admitted it was brilliant. This next one is a visual gag that plays on expectations, and it is an absolute work of art. It's perfect for the kitchen, targeting that thirsty roommate or family member who's just looking for a refreshing drink. We're going to use the power of science, well, the power of Jell-O, which is kind of like science, to create a beverage that simply refuses to be poured. Imagine the scene. Someone opens the fridge, grabs the big jug of orange juice, tilts it over their glass, and nothing, absolutely nothing happens. Here's the step-by-step for this breakfast time bamboozle. You'll need a jug of juice. Orange or apple works best. You'll need a few packets of unflavored gelatin. You'll need a pot. First, pour the entire jug of juice into the pot. Heat it on the stove until it's warm, but not boiling. While it's heating, whisk in the gelatin packets. You'll probably need about 4 or 5 for a standard half-gallon jug to get it really firm. Once the gelatin is completely dissolved, carefully pour the mixture back into the original juice jug. Put the cap back on, stick it in the fridge, and let it set overnight. The reaction is pure gold. My sister fell for this one, and it was cinematic. She's not a morning person, so she stumbled into the kitchen, grabbed the jug of OJ, and held it over a glass for what felt like an eternity. She shook it. Nothing. She even opened the cap and peered inside, completely baffled. When I finally revealed the trick, she just stared at me, then at the jiggly juice, and burst out laughing. Get ready for a prank that strikes right at the heart of modern relaxation. The television remote. This one is diabolically simple. It totally preys on our universal laziness. We've all been there, settled on the couch, ready for a movie marathon, only to find the remote is just out of reach. This prank turns that minor inconvenience into an epic quest. All you need is a TV remote and a long piece of string, or fishing line. Tie one end to the remote, run the string behind the couch, under a rug, or around a table leg. Hide and hold the other end. Place the remote on the coffee table just within easy reach. Now wait for them to get comfortable. As they reach, give a tiny, gentle tug, pulling it an inch or two further away. I did this to my dad once. Legendary. He sighed and reached for the remote. I tugged. He grunted and stretched. I tugged again. For about a minute it escalated. He went from a casual reach to a dramatic lunge. He didn't notice the remote moving. I finally let him grab it and popped out. He looked at the remote, then at the string, then at me, and howled with laughter. It works because it's a slow, escalating game of cat and mouse. The movements are so small at first that they question their own depth perception. It's completely harmless, requires almost no materials, creates a story that will be told at every family gathering. This prank brings a touch of the paranormal to the everyday, and it is absolutely hilarious. It's perfect for a house with a shared Bluetooth speaker, kitchen, living room, office. You're going to become a phantom voice, making tiny, bizarre interjections into someone's daily routine. The beauty of this is that the person will have no idea where the voice is coming from, leading to some truly priceless moments of confusion. They might think the speaker is haunted, or that they're finally hearing the thoughts of their toaster. First, you need to discreetly connect your phone to the Bluetooth speaker when no one is looking. Most speakers will connect automatically to the last device, so you might need to manually connect from your phone's Bluetooth settings. Once you're connected, the speaker is now your microphone to the world. I did this to my friend who was cooking dinner while listening to a podcast on his kitchen speaker. I waited for a pause in the podcast, and in a very quiet, calm voice, I just said, "You need more garlic." He froze. He looked around the empty kitchen at the speaker, then back at his pasta sauce. He shook his head and kept cooking. A few minutes later, I whispered, "Don't forget to salt the water." He spent the next 5 minutes inspecting the speaker, convinced it had gained sentience and was now a culinary critic. The twist here is the psychological game you're playing. You're not just making noise, you're interacting with their reality in a completely unexpected way. The comments should be mundane and slightly helpful, which makes it even more confusing. Whispering. "The dog needs to go out. I think you left the iron on with you," as the mischievous, invisible director. The office prank. It's a delicate art form. You need something that's funny but won't get you called into HR. And for that, there is no greater, more iconic prank than suspending a coworker's office supplies in a block of Jell-O. It is the Mona Lisa of workplace shenanigans. It's visually stunning, utterly ridiculous, and completely harmless. Imagine your coworker coming in on a Monday morning ready to start their week, only to find their favorite stapler, their lucky pen, and a roll of tape all shimmering majestically within a wobbly, translucent dessert. The instructions are a bit of a project, but the result is worth every second. You'll need a bowl, Tupperware container, a few boxes of Jell-O, lemon, lime, and of course the items you wish to immortalize. Place the stapler, scissors, or whatever you've chosen at the bottom of the container. Prepare the Jell-O according to the package directions, let it cool to room temperature, and then pour it over the items. Pop it in the office fridge over the weekend and let it set. On Monday morning, before your victim arrives, carefully unmold the gelatinous wonder onto their desk. We pulled this on our show's head writer once. We used his favorite mug, the one he drank his coffee from every single day. When he saw it, he just stopped dead in his tracks. He didn't even speak for a full minute. He just poked it. Then he slowly got a spoon from the break room, and with the focus of a surgeon, he began to excavate his mug. He was laughing the entire time. It became the stuff of legend. So there you have it, a whole arsenal of harmless, hilarious gags. But before you encase everything in Jell-O, a final word from a seasoned prank veteran. Be mindful of prank karma. Yes, it's a real thing. The energy you put out has a funny way of coming back. Embark on your comedic quests. Always remember the prankster's golden rule. Prank unto others as you would have them prank unto you. Best pranks come from affection. Share laughs, not hurt feelings. Know your audience. Best friend, rolling on the floor. Grumpy neighbor, maybe not. Super serious boss, definitely not. A well-executed prank is an inside joke brought to life. It shows you know someone. Sign of friendship, a love letter in whoopee cushions and fake spiders. Reaction is everything. Confused silence, slow smile.